Periyava Sharanam, Glimpses from Sri MahaPeriyava's Life History, Volume 4, Chapter 10, Continued. Paul Brunton's Vision. After the meeting with MahaPeriyava in Chengalpet, Paul Brunton returned to Chennai. He describes the unique experience and a vision that he had on the night of his return. It is nearly midnight when I return home. I take a last glimpse overhead. The stars stud the vast dome of the sky in countless myriads. Nowhere in Europe can one see them in such overwhelming numbers. I run up the steps leading to the veranda, flashing my pocket torch. Out of the darkness, a crouching figure rises and greets me. "Subramanya," I exclaim, startled. "What are you doing here?" The ochre-robed yogi indulges in one of his tremendous grins. "Did I not promise to visit you, sir?" he reminds me reproachfully. Of course, in the large room I fire a question at him. "Your master, is he called the Maharishi?" It is now his turn to draw back astonished. "How do you know, sir? Where could you have learned this?" "Never mind. Tomorrow we both start for his place." "This is joyful news, sir, but I shall not stay there long though. A few days, maybe." I fling a few more questions at him during the next half hour and then, thoroughly tired, go to bed. Subramanya is quite content to sleep on a piece of palm matting which lies on the floor. He wraps himself up in a thin cotton cloth which serves at once as a mattress sheet and blanket, and disdains my offer of more comfortable bedding. The next thing of which I am aware is suddenly awakening. The room is totally dark. I feel my nerves strangely tense. The atmosphere around me seems like electrified air. I pull my watch from under the pillow and by the glow of its radium-lit dial discover the time to be 2:45. It is then that I become conscious of some bright object at the foot of the bed. I immediately sit up and look straight at it. My astounded gaze meets the face and form of His Holiness Sri Shankara. It is clearly and unmistakably visible. He does not appear to be some ethereal ghost, but rather a solid human being. There is a mysterious luminosity around the figure, which separates it from the surrounding darkness. Surely the vision is an impossible one. Have I not left him at Chengalpet? I close my eyes tightly in an effort to test the matter. There is no difference and I still see him quite plainly. Let it suffice that I receive the sense of a benign and friendly presence. I open my eyes and regard the kindly figure in the loose yellow robe. The face alters, for the lips smile and seems to say, "Be humble and then you shall find what you seek." Why do I feel that a living human being is thus addressing me? Why do I not regard it as a ghost at least? The vision disappears as mysteriously as it has come. It leaves me feeling exalted, happy, and unperturbed by its supernormal nature. Shall I dismiss it as a dream? What matters it? There is no more sleep for me this night. I lie awake pondering over the day's meeting, over the memorable interview with His Holiness Sri Shankara of Kumbakonam, the hierarch of God to the simple people of South India. Thus, in just one single meeting, MahaPeriyava blessed Paul Brunton to discover a real yogi and a guru in Ramana Maharishi at Tiruvannamalai. Periyava's prophetic power. Later, Paul Brunton went to Tiruvannamalai and met Ramana Maharishi at his ashram. Though he was most impressed by the Maharishi, Paul Brunton was unwilling to become his disciple unless the Maharishi could offer proof of being a real master. The great Maharishi was neither interested in building a camp of disciples nor in offering proof to Paul Brunton. Therefore, Paul Brunton left the ashram and travelled again all over India in search of another master. He met several yogis and self-proclaimed masters. Either they failed to impress him or they were unwilling to go with the proof first approach. Finally, giving up his search, Paul Brunton booked his ticket for his return to Europe. However, in Bombay, shortly before his ship was due to sail, he could not get rid of a restlessness in his head. He struggled, debating with an inner voice that questioned him intensely, and eventually decided to revisit Ramana Maharishi. It is best to read in Paul Brunton's own words how he eventually realized MahaPeriyava's prophetic powers. After leaving the South Maratha Company's terminus, Madras Central Station, I have to cross the scattered town in order to change onto the South Indian Railway. Finding that I have a few hours to spare before the train starts, I use the time to make some necessary purchases and to have a hurried chat with the Indian author Sri K.S. Venkatramani, who introduced me to His Holiness Sri Shankara, the spiritual head of South India. He greets me warmly, and when I inform him that I am on the way to the Maharishi, the writer exclaims, "I am not surprised. That is what I expected." I am taken aback but ask him, "Why do you say that?" He smiles. "My friend, do you not remember how we parted from His Holiness in the town of Chengalpat? Did you not notice that he whispered something to me in the ante-room just before we left?" Yes, now that you remind me, I certainly do remember it. The author's thin, refined face still keeps its smile. This is what His Holiness told me. Your friend will travel all around India. He will visit many yogis and listen to many teachers. But in the end, he will have to return to the Maharishi. For him, the Maharishi alone is the right master. These words, coming as they do on the eve of my return, deeply impress me. They reveal the prophetic power of Sri Shankara more. They offer a kind of confirmation that I am taking the right course. Periyava Sharanam.